This is the unboxing of the Oduman Carbo-One. It's a heat management device. A traditional heat management device looks like this. This is an Oduman Ignis. Now the Carbo-One, again made in Turkey. What's unique about this is that it is a bowl and HMD in one. There are a few out there like this, but what makes this very unique, it uses one coconut coal, give you a full session of up to and above 60 minutes. And this is one of the reasons why I bought it. Stop wasting coal. What comes inside the box, you get a set of tongs. These have a spring kind of cold action, so these two pronged parts, which are very important to the Carbo-One. I'll get in a bit. Then you have the silicone neck. This represents the neck area of a bowl. Wide part is to put onto any Shisha universally, and then you have inside the box the top part of the Carbo-One, perforated holes, 3 at the top. These do not shut, and these 2 small holes on the side, this is where the tongs kicking are made for the hole. And then if you see, it has a bend in the tongs, and once you put it in and you go past the bend, you kind of lock it in. Oh, cute bit of engineering there. Then you have the perforated holes on the side. This is where you would actually manage the heat by using the tongs and turning the holes to allow air in and out to control the temperature. Then you have the bowl. So the bowl will connect to the stem. This is the bowl, quite a big bowl. And then you have more perforated holes, and this is what I was talking about, where the holes will line up. And then you have a small hole to allow a low level of airflow, and then you have a large hole to allow larger volume of airflow, and then you can just completely shut it off. Inside this bowl, there's no perforated holes in the actual bowl, apart from the main area where the stem will thread in. What this allows you to do is to have wetter flavor, and you can put a lot of it inside this. You have 2 levels inside of this where 2 discs will live. Let me show you those. So these 2 discs. But first, you have to connect this part, which is threaded here, threaded here. This will go inside here, and this will go inside there. So the holes that you will pull the tobacco flavor through, of the smoke of the flavor, will go through these tiny perforated holes, and they'll come out of here. Once it's in, it raises the surface area in the middle over here to about here. This allows you to put flavor up to the top of this middle stem. Then you have the first disc, which has loads of slitted holes, perforated holes again, and you can see the 2 tiny holes either side. It's really fiddly, but when it's hot, it gives you confidence to lift up this hot surface. Then you have the second disc, so you can tell the difference between this one and the traditional one. Has many raised bumps in the middle. This only has 5 raised bumps in the middle. It sort of has a kind of film or texture or layer of some sort of. This goes in here, and that will live there. So there's a gap between the first connecting disc to the tobacco flavor, the second disc, a bit 50. Put that in and let that go. Obviously you wouldn't touch it with your finger when it's hot, you would only touch it with this when it's hot. And then your lit coal go in the middle over here, and then your head. As you can see, only 1 coal can fit inside. Can't get too. Let's show you how it looks. So the dense silicone will squeeze onto here, creating a seal, so there will never be any leaks of smoke or anything through here. part is very, very secure. That will sit on top of the shisha. You have your lid coal, which will you put onto the 5 bumps, raised 5 bumps, and this will be like this. So you go here, put that on, and that's it.